Okay guys, so a Templar tank gear idea, like basically obviously this you gotta craft it yourself, but it's just an idea of something that you can use that I think will be handy. Right, so my way of designing this, so remember that this is for you tanking in a dungeon more or less. Obviously it's the hardest thing in this world to get tanks for a dungeon, so if you roll as a tank because you're a Templar and you got a sword and shield, you might as well help out. Okay, so what I've done with the gear, you'll find something weird about this, but I'll explain. But it's all because you're a Templar, right? So as you can see, it's got the Seducer set, but what it is, there's 5 heavy, 1 medium and 1 light, but as you can see, every single one of them is Seducer, yeah, including the sword and shield, which means you stacked the spell cost reduction by 3 times 3, so you got a 9% off all spells. Okay, as a Templar, you probably realise let me close Facebook otherwise I get a bombardment. As a Templar, you probably use heal spells, or you use the biting jabs, or you use the regen anything kind of thing. You will use your magic, so having a 9% off magic is a huge help. But not only that, I'll show you the skills to also use to boost that. But get this ring as well, because I think all of you, if you've got a sword of shield, you'll know that shield bash is your most powerful thing. But this reduces the cost of the shield bash by 16, and this amulet reduces it by 24. So when I shield bash, it now only takes 5% of my total HP. Oh, by the way, also notice the enchants I put on it. It's a mixture of health, magic, stamp, health, and stamina, and flame. And that one's, of course, as well. So, big mix of the stam and health and magic, but that's for obvious reasons because you need all that. So, let's go and say, obviously with this ring you can either have the spell resistance or change it to the Jewel of the Duchess or whatever, or something equivalent to make it more armour. But as you can see, my stats, they're okay. Obviously you get food to knock things up. But let's move on to the abilities that do help you out. So remember, it's all about the making things cheaper for you, making the shield bash cheaper, making your block cheaper, making the magic cheaper. Right. Because we're wearing 1 piece of light armor, right? So we'll see that what that 1 piece of light armor helps out with, right? So at the moment I've got a reduced cost of 2% on my spells. So in total I have 11% off all spells, which is a huge chunk if you're trying to heal and that. I mean, 10% is actually a lot. Well, 11% is a lot. Your regen is 4% faster, which is good. At the moment, obviously I'm still leveling it. But if you can get it all, then get it all. But as you can see, a bit more spell reduction, increased spell resistance, so that's a bit handy, so you're a bit more fortified. With the 1 piece of medium armor, you now get a crit strike chance up by 3%. You get a 4% stam regen. Don't need that, don't matter about that. That does, no, yeah, there's sneak, but that doesn't truly matter at the moment. You get your sprint moves, dodges, and everything like that. Everything's a bit cheaper, only 4%, but you don't really need that too much. Elude's very good. I find Elude better than the actual heavy armor's Unstoppable, because this actually, you get a 16% chance to dodge a hit. Alright, so if you're dodging a hit, that's way better than having a hit with higher resistance. But yeah, so you need 5 pieces of armor because this bracing makes blocking cost 20% less. Right, 20% is a huge amount. Right, but obviously your tank, you need this extra bonus percentage of spell resistance. All this blah 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 and blah blah. Right, the healing, but because you are now a Templar, that you get all the extra bonuses. You get the spear wall, which means you block an extra 15% more. You just have the more chance to deal damage, but because your magic's cheaper, Yeah, so these things are 11% cheaper than what they were. So that saves you a bit of stuff. Increase your weapon and spell damage by increase your weapon damage by 4% and spell resistance by 200. So you're getting a huge bonus from the Templar stuff. So you make sure you always get all this. Okay, not fully there yet. So reduce ability, the cost of your magic by another 2%. So now it's gone to 14% cheaper for magic. So once I've got the second one on there very soon, it'll be 16% cheaper for all my magic and stamina and ultimate cost. Alright, but not only that, Mage's Guild, if you're lucky enough to have Meteor, you can then start getting a magic controller. Increase max magic by 2% and magic recovery by 2%. So you've just increased your entire magic base by 2%, right? Which is great. I thought I heard a Dark Anchor. So yeah, that's having Meteor slotted ups your magic recovery and max magic, which is handy because, like I was saying, your heals, your regen ability, which is Radiant Aura, you need this slotted, right? Of course, with the sword and shield, you'd have ransacked there, but I'm not in a dungeon, so I don't really need that just yet, right? But onto the thing. So you make sure you've got your regen slotted always. Obviously, for an extra 11 seconds, you can regen 80% faster with health and stamina. And as you know, it's all about stamina and health when you're tanking. This is handy just to res people that die. Some of these not too bothered about. That, your increased healing, which is really handy. And increased crit chance. So basically your crit chance goes up when you're using your Radiant Aura. When that's got the 11 seconds, your crit chance jumps up. And Honor the Dead, right? Because of you doing the focus mending, increase your healing power 30%, right? So instead of that doing 485 heal, it does 552 for a heal instead, which is huge. And as you notice, look at my mana. Yeah, that's with 14% cheaper. Okay, so you can imagine that's actually hugely expensive, but it's really handy. Obviously, taking on food will increase your magic and health, or health and stamina, or health in general, or whatever you're wanting. But like I'm saying, it's just an idea to be able to utilize your abilities. Obviously, you need your stuff like your Deadly Bash and all your Fortress, reduced cost of blocking by 30%, reduced cost of sword shield abilities by 10%. That's okay. The Shield Bash is phenomenal, it's so strong. That blocks magic and archery by 15%, and your battlefield mobility is nice to actually move about a bit whilst you're blocking. Right, so that's kind of it. So like I'm saying, I wear the belt as light because obviously light looks the shittest. So if you're wearing the belt, you can't really tell. But everything else major, I wear all the heavy. Okay, I'm only wearing it right now because I thought, fuck it, I'll just wear it till I'm rank 7, and then I'll just pick up rank 7 gear. Where's my piece of medium armor? It's my shoulder. But yeah, as you can see, I've made it blue. And you can see my stats. Yeah, everything's overcharged. I can knock that up to nearly 2,000 if I wanted with that ring. But yeah, pretty good. And as you can see with the health recovery, it's the stamina recovery, health recovery is really good. But that's it, guys. Just an idea for your tank Templar build, so you can utilize your spells and it not be a complete, mind drain on your stuff. So it's great to be able to heal yourself when the healer's busy with everyone else. Okay, well that's it. Hopefully that helps or give you some good ideas. Don't forget to give a like, subscribe, and I'll see you later.